Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and ATM Mastermind Group page, and today we're here to talk about vault caching for somebody else. So I wanted to make this video because I saw a lot of talk online about people vault caching for other companies, and I want you to be aware of some of the challenges associated with vault caching for another company. Okay, so I'm going to tell you our story is probably about 2 years ago. Company called us up and said, hey, we have some ATMs in your area. Would you like to vault cache for us? And so I wanted to see how this whole process worked. I wouldn't normally do this, but I wanted to see how it worked, what was the angle, what made sense. And so I could talk to some of our students or some other potential customers about the challenges associated with companies like this. Nothing against the companies, good companies, but does it work for us? Does it work for you? We don't know. I had to try it out. I like to try everything out to see what would make sense and what doesn't. So we can talk from experience to help everybody else out. So again, the company called us. They told us where the location was. They said, here is the deal, $4, I'll just give you an example, $4 surcharge. It's gonna be in a hotel. We're gonna pay you $1.50. And you buy the ATM, you'll stock it, you'll service it, you'll cut us back $2.50, and we'll take care of the location part of the deal. And any problems, you'll work it out with either the location or us. So we said, okay, we'll try this out. Why not? And then in the course of trying one out, they gave us another one and another one and another one. And so we said, okay, well, we're making some headway with this company. It seemed like a good situation. But then we started looking, after a little while, we started looking at the numbers. And the numbers didn't make sense, okay? On the first location, which I said it was a hotel, it was 40, we ended up between 40 and 50 transactions a month. Now we had $1.50 from this transaction. So what happened is we're getting $40 to $60 a month, depending on how many transactions, maybe some are 70, and we're going there 2-3 times a month. Okay, looking at the numbers, $60 to go to a location for $1.50, it didn't make any sense. So when we looked at the numbers didn't make any sense. Now, what do we talk about all the time is control the deal. Make the deal work for yourself. Make it work for your company. Now I'm into a deal, and all I have is another job, and I didn't want a job. We don't get in this business to get a job. We get in this business to leave our job, get financial freedom. So what happens is, when we looked at the numbers, they didn't make sense. Now I'm in a situation where our name is involved in the location, and now we're gonna go to, now what we had to do is we had to get out of the deal. It didn't make sense. So we talked to the company, we said, look, here's the situation. You can buy the ATM from us. We'll continue to operate the ATM and put our money in it. We just don't want to be responsible for buying the ATM and maintaining it. And they said, you know what, that's not how we work. We'll find you the location. It's your ATM, it's your money, and we get a commission. So ultimately, at the end of the day, what we had to do is we just had to end that deal. It wasn't working. Plus, I couldn't sell the location. So it had no intrinsic value at all. We couldn't sell it. All we were doing is basically we were a hired gun to put our money in and to service that ATM. So we decided, again, it wasn't good for us. Well, that's why we were going to make this video, because I wanted to educate you on our past experiences and what we found, okay? So there's basically 4 points to this situation that you guys need to basically analyze before you enter into a deal like this, okay? It might look good because now you're starting to grow your business, but at the end of the day, it's just, you just went from one 9-to-5 to another part-time job. You didn't really add any value into your business. And that's what we're here all about, is to try to give you value, and so you can leave your 9-to-5 and you can get some financial freedom. So point number 1, we don't want another job. We're not looking for a job. This vaulting for somebody else is another job. It's a part-time job that you have to be there 24 hours on call, and you're not making the money. And so now you're gonna look at these locations. Sometimes they could be great, and I'm not saying they're not, but you gotta really look at the deal. I'm getting $1, I'm getting $1.50. What does that mean? Let's say it does 100 transactions. Let's say it does 200 transactions. Is that enough of revenue to sustain where I want to be? And the answer might be yes, and it might be right for you. But if it's not, I want you to understand where you're at. Again, 40, 50 transactions, $50, $180 a month, is that right for you? Or did you just create another 9-to-5 job? Well, that's not what we want to do. Point number 2 is we got in the ATM business for financial freedom. What does that mean? It's just a little extra money, a little side hustle, something so you know what, we can make our bills at the end of the month, we can get somewhere, and then eventually, if we decide to, we can leave our 9-to-5 and do something else. Some of you have already left your 9-to-5, and now this just becomes added burden, and now you have an ATM in a location that's not producing the revenue. For some people, it might be okay. For us, I thought in the beginning, we were in the neighborhood, it was close, it really wasn't a big added expense, but when we looked at the numbers, it wasn't the right deal for us. Point number 3, I got in an ATM business for a lifestyle change, to try to add a little more value for my family, a little bit more money to do the things that I wanted to do. And this vaulting for somebody doesn't give that situation credit. It's not the big game changer that I'm looking for, okay? So we decided, again, on this particular situation, not to do it because point number 3 was a lifestyle change, and we weren't going to have a lifestyle change by vaulting for somebody else. So I got 2 more points that are going to be in an ATM Mastermind group. So all you have to do, always remember, all you have to do is go to the ATM Mastermind group. It's free to join, there's no cost, and we always give points. It's a community of like-minded individuals, just like yourself, who are interested in the ATM business or looking at the ATM business or in the ATM business right now. And they kind of go back and forth with some tips and tricks, okay? Always remember to like and subscribe our YouTube channel with the link below. Thank you very much. I'll see you over at the ATM Mastermind group page. Thank you.